Hello, guys. This is Pinkie with Phenomenon. I'm here bringing you a new video. Yes, I am. I think you're going to like this. I think you're going to like it. Okay? Let me just say, let's get the house rules out of the way first. I need everyone to go ahead and hit that like button. If you can, let's go ahead and get that on out of the way. So that way I can rest my nerves on trying to remember to tell you later. So hit that like button. That's the thumbs up. I need everybody to go ahead and hit that button so we can grow this new channel of mine. Yeah, but I got two other channels, but we need to grow this one, okay? And I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So just let's make it easy. You're going to watch my video, so hit that like button. Okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and thank you for doing that. No, don't have me thanking you, and you're not going to do anything. And let me just say, everything is alleged. This is my opinion only, and this video is made for entertainment and educational purposes. Okay? Now, let's get down to the matter at hand. You see these most exclusive homes, I mean, in the world. Look at that one. You all cannot tell me. This is what you call, this home is got a name. When your house got a name, you know what it is. Not people don't just name their houses, okay? But I know this one got a name. We name our houses too. Kid me not. Every house we have lived in got a name, okay? But anyway, this is Joshua Tree in California. This is one of the most iconic homes ever. But right now, this home it got a little turmoil going on. It's involved in a scandal. But this home is, and I do wish everything works out well for the young women that was preyed upon in this home. Yes, I do. I hope they get justice. Yes, I hope they receive justice. Yes, because what happened to them is horrible. Horrible. But this home is on the list as one of the most exclusive homes. This home is known as the Kellogg Doolittle House. The Kellogg Doolittle House. This house even got its own Instagram account. Yeah. It's on the outskirts of Joshua Tree National Park in California, okay? So we're going to look inside of this bad booger. Yes. Not when I say bad booger, I don't mean the house is a booger, and I don't mean it's a bad house. Bad booger, that means good. Okay? That means good. It's a beautiful home. That's what I mean by bad booger. I know. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with showing you the homes, okay? This is one of them. This will be the first one. All right, let me get it started. Okay, so we're going to look inside this beautiful, beautiful home. All right, we're going to look inside of it. Okay, here we go.
The interior design in this house, it's not my preferred style. It is my style. It's my vocabulary, my shapes, and also that's informed by the bones that Ken gave me. It's a reaction to the shapes that he laid down. Over the years, it's still changing and growing. It is almost like a living object. My name's John Buckern. I'm the interior designer and fabricator on the Kellogg Doolittle project. It was built for Bev and Jay Doolittle, and the architect is Kendrick Bangs Kellogg. I would describe Ken Kellogg as really underestimated genius. Construction started in '89. I came to the house in 1994. I've been at the house so many years and for such a long period of time. I feel like the house is a part of me. Like, it's my identity. Jay Doolittle would always tell me, I don't care how long it takes or how much it costs. I just want you to do your best work. The new owner, Scott Leonard, and I are continuing with basically the same relationship where you don't get carte blanche, but it's the best next thing to it. The terrain this house is situated on is 10.5 acres, and it butts up to the Joshua Tree National Forest. I'm sure when Ken saw the starkness and the beauty when he came out here, it inspired him to do these shapes. The original owner of the house, Jay, was fascinated by fossils. Every other week when I arrived, he would have another book on fossils for me. So I tried to incorporate a lot of vertebrae type motifs. The whole time I was building it, I had a pair of headphones on and I was listening to Miles and Monk and Coltrane. I just liked the repetition in jazz, but the whole thing forms another bigger picture. So it's what I try to do with my shapes. The building on this side is 14 columns, and on that side is 12 columns. And you can see that they don't touch. There's close to 1,000 panes of glass up there. Another challenging thing on this project is everything is coming up a golf cart path. Every piece of glass that you see in the house, some of them are 10 foot, 12 foot high and 5 feet wide and weigh 600 pounds. Just getting things physically moved around here is really difficult. Bev Doolittle was a painter, and she used these two tables here to do her artwork on, and now they're used for dining tables and entertainment. Originally, they weren't supposed to touch the ground at any point, but when the structure was done, and if you took your finger and just touched it, it would just vibrate. So I ended up putting these arts that come up to hold the glass. I lived in Carrara, Italy, where this marble's from. And I had a thin piece of it leaned up against a window, and I saw the light passing through it. And it reminded me of alabaster, which they used to make lampshades out of. And the shape is inspired by the early Sputnik satellites that the Russians put into orbit. If you see these things in the dark building, looks like they're floating like stars in the sky. Because I was working on this house well into the evening, I knew how dark it was. When it came time to make the structure here, I decided to turn it into a lighting fixture that could light up the whole house. It was kind of inspired by a skeleton that's been bleached out of the sea urchin. It's got that kind of shape, and it's got the little ridges on it. I always thought those were kind of pretty. This is one of 9 exterior doors. Each door has to hit one column, but it has to go to the other. So in order for the door to function, I needed at least one straight edge. Then all the handles, each one is individually made. Each door has its own motif for the edged glass. The frosted glass reads as kind of a mint green to me, and there's a lot of plants out in the desert that have that same silvery green tone. This stone structure you see was a planter. It had cactus and plants in it. And Scott said he didn't need another planter, but he would love a bar. Once again, we have the kind of spinal column thing with the ribs coming off. There's 360 of these ribs, and they articulate to form kind of another shape. So if you've ever had a drink standing around a planter, it's just not as great. Bev Doolittle had an Apple computer, and it was clear plastic, greenish. I made the desk to match the computer. Originally, all the light switch plates in the whole house were made for this old school analog type light switch. When Scott moved in, he wanted to update the lighting system. This is one of the only remaining one, and we're hoping in the future, when we have a little bit more time, to make new switch covers. The Doolittles were kind of introverted people, so they never thought that they would need more than 4 chairs at their dining table. It's cantilevered fully on a steel tube. It passes through the column and continues out to the exterior dining table. I like the orange color of the Rosa Verona because in a lot of the concrete, there are similar colored stones related to the tone of this. This is the living room. It has a fireplace. When Ken and I were designing it, he did this concrete shell, and I did this portion. I was kind of thinking one of those sea creatures, I think it's called a nautilus. When I was designing this, I bent the stairs up to continue under this concrete shell, and I think it works pretty well. Jay, the original owner, he used to like to go hiking in the canyons down in South Palm Springs, and he really likes the river rocks. We use these in the bathroom, and this is just a continuation. The entrance to this room is kind of a homage to Frank Lloyd Wright, who used to like to compress you into a tiny space, and then when you get through, it gets voluminous. Scott was wanting another bedroom, so we decided to build this bed. It's the biggest thing I've ever built as far as a piece of furniture. Originally, Scott was thinking that it would be more of a gathering place than a bedroom, like a bunch of friends could get on here. He likes it so much now that it's used as his primary bedroom. This is the primary bathroom. This is a bronze his and her sink. I really let it go on this one. I didn't hold back. I couldn't tell you what the design for this is inspired by. It was more of just a process of drawing and drawing and drawing until I came up with a shape I liked. In order to get this up here, it weighs so much. We made a wheel out of a round circle out of plywood, put the sink in it, and rolled it from the driveway all the way up here. This is a primary bedroom. If you see here, this is the lighting fixture that you saw before. That's where we are. We're on top of that. The bed is situated to look out the clear story, and it's really beautiful at night to see all the stars. The Doolittles were really into books, so they wanted as many books as possible to fit in here. The wood sat for 6 years in the garage on stickers to dry out, and then I put it together. When these were made, these reveals were the thickness of a dime. And you can see that even though these have 11 coats of automotive finish on them, what was the thickness of a dime is now almost 3/8 of an inch. You can see how much wood shrinks in the desert. Nowadays, you can't buy this automotive finish. This is highly toxic stuff from the 80s. This room is a guest bedroom. It kind of feels to me like a little cathedral in here. Has a different feel from the rest of the house. If you have the choice between cantilevering and not cantilevering, I always choose to cantilever. So this desk is cantilevered. The bed here has shelves. The marble was in the form of a huge block about the size of a small car, and every piece of marble in here came out of the same rock. We still haven't completed the house, so this is one of those details. I just jimmy rigged something, and these still have to be fabricated. This is the guest bathroom, and it's one of my favorite rooms in the house. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just went crazy with the marble, and I fabricated these sinks and cabinets. I just love the shapes and the volumes. When I was in college, there was a furniture maker there is really famous named Jack Hopkins, and he taught me to make furniture by stacking wood. And then I took his technique and transferred it to marble. The columns all go down into the ground approximately 14 feet. The placement of the house was totally up to Ken. It just goes to show you his genius, though, that it's one thing to be looking at a topographical map, but it blows your mind to try to think about how you could place a building in a mass of boulders. It's almost beyond imagination how his mind works. One of the main premises is that the interior and exterior become one as much as possible. The house floor begins at the street and flows through the whole house. The material for it came from a rock slide. It's an exact match in material and color for the boulders that are in the house. The boulders just flow right through the floor out into the landscape. I think this house will be around forever because of the choice of materials. It's basically stone that's been ground up and put back together. I'm a little bothered sometimes by the label of organic architecture. One influence that I never talked about through my whole career was abstract expressionist painting. You have like Jackson Pollock and you have Mark Rothko, and they're just completely different. To me, I would just say this is like Ken's thing. Like Ken's an artist. I don't know if trying to put a label on it really helps to describe what it is. The house, it has a certain austerity to it, but on the same token, I think because of the choice of materials, it feels really warm inside the house to me, but it still has a little bit of edge to it, which I really like. When you have people in this space, it is great. It is really wonderful. Even though it was never made for entertaining, it's the perfect spot to entertain. My work on the house has taught me everything about designing and fabricating, especially in recent years. It's taught me to be more social, enjoy showing it to people. And so I feel really good about that. This house comes as close as anything could be to the feeling you get from like looking at a Mark Rothko painting or listening to John Coltrane. I hope it gets that feeling.
Hope you all enjoyed that house. I do have another house for you, but I hope you have enjoyed that one. So let's go ahead and get on to the next house. All right. Let me just get it up for you. Okay. Just give me 1 second to get the house up. Just give me 1 second. Oh, I need to, I think I need to get out of this one. I got into the, okay. Whew. Guys, let me see. Let me see. Trying to get the house. Okay. Now, I'm going to do another house, guys. This one here is, let me get a little more information on, because this one is a new one I'm doing for you all. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Oh, God. Well, wait now. I may change the house. Okay. I think I will. That's what I'm going to do. Let me just change the house. Because, okay. Just give me Okay, here we go. Let me see. Let me see. Because I had one for you, but that one, I think I just want to change it. Okay. So it's okay in order to change. I think change is what we need. But that house, now remember, that is one of the houses. They call that the oh Lord, I forgot the okay. They call that the Joshua Tree House in California. Uh it's it's beautiful, it's huge. I would never thought to do something like that. You got to be bold. When I say bold, you really have to be bold to do a house like that, because not everybody can do a house like that. Not everybody can. Okay, here it is. Okay. Okay. And this one, this is one of the most beautiful homes in the world as well. This is with KAZA. Now, when I do this one here, guys, I do want to say when I present this home here, it's with it's all the information, just like the first home, will be down in my description box. So just remember, everything is in the description box. So if you want to go back and look at those homes, who knows? You may want to buy one of those homes. You know, you never know. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm just waiting till they start. I don't want to hear all the music. Okay? We're going to just wait till they get started. Here they go. Music is still here. Huh. They're not doing nothing but playing music, since they're not going to have no audio to it. We can just look at it. But look at it, guys. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh, and I love how they got the side of the house. That is gorgeous. Oh, that is beautiful. And it's tucked in the mountains too. This is tucked away in the mountains. This is in Cape Cod, Africa. Oh no, they just showing different places. Brazil. Oh, okay. Different places. Okay. Sorry about that. I guess you can get a beautiful home like this anywhere. Oh, look at now. That one is different. Oh. Do you all think you know what these homes would be worth? The price tag? Well, now I like that one because that's all white. I tend to like that much better. Okay, this one is ending. Okay, that have ended. Okay, and just remember, all the information will be down in the description of the everything. So I have one more home that I'm going to show you. Just give me a second. Let me just get this one out of the way. Okay, let's get back to some of the other amazing, beautiful homes. Let me see. Oh, wait. Give me a second. Oh, this. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Okay, we're going to do, I'm trying to, we got several of them, but I want to do something that's totally different. Okay, we're going to do this one here. Okay? Because, you can choose, and I think I think I'm going to do this one for everybody. Okay? Just give me 1 second to pause it and just make sure that I get it right. Just give me 1 second, guys. Here it is. Okay. Okay. Now this home here is going to be a house tour. This is a house tour. You're going to see inside Frank Lloyd's Wright dream home in Wisconsin. So the information will be down in the description. It's with NBC Chicago. Okay. So let's go ahead and take that tour. Let me get that tour ready for everybody. Okay. Oh, no, not that one. Oh, I meant to take that one down. Okay. A girl is not perfect. So, not that I haven't been doing this for a long time, but just remember I'm not perfect. Okay. I had one to show you, but I changed my mind on it. So now just got to work with me. We're going to work together. Okay. Here we go. Let me, we're going to work together. Let me just put it on here. I always keep track. So that way, as I do the homes, I like to go ahead and put the information in the description box. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay. Oh, wait, let me get it started first. Okay, well, let's take this tour. All right. And when I finish these videos, I want to make sure you all leave a comment. I want you to comment on the homes in the video. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I want you to comment. But make sure you hit my like and subscribe button all at the same time. Don't forget I said that. Okay?
Welcome to Still Bend, the Bernard and Fern Schwartz house in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. Come on in. So in the foyer, one of the things you'll notice is the ceiling is low here. But as we move past the balcony, just look how the whole space opens up. Well, the house was finished back in 1940 and was considered to be Wright's vision for how the average American family could live. So unlike a lot of other Frank Lloyd Wright buildings, especially the ones down in Chicago that have amazing stained glass windows, here he would take different design aspects of the house and abstract them into wood cutouts. So in the morning, when you wake up tomorrow morning, you're likely going to see an amazing light show back on the brick there. But the whole idea of this house was to be affordable. So instead of plaster walls,
did he say this home's supposed to be, the idea behind the home is to be affordable? Did I hear that? That may have been affordable back in the day when it was built. Not today time. Oh no. You better come out a couple million. That's what I'm saying. Let's get back to it.
that take a lot of work to put up plaster and lath back in the day. The building structure itself is also the decoration. This is Streeter brick. Streeter used to be out of Chicago. It's no longer in business, so we've been searching old brickyards to try and find some of these original Streeter bricks. It's 63 feet from this back wall all the way back up to the entryway. Some of the things that are very interesting about this house is a lot of built-in furniture. We have the built-in banquette here, which is great. In fact, there's storage underneath. People often say Frank Lloyd Wright houses don't have a lot of storage. Well, we're not even utilizing much of it right now. There's plenty of storage in this house. The interesting thing about the floor is it's red tinted concrete, and Frank Lloyd Wright would put this in a lot of his what he called Usonian houses. But if you look at how the house is constructed, it's based on geometry. All of these piers that you see throughout the house are centered right on that 7-foot module. And again, there's not a door as you go into the dining room. Up here in the ceiling, we have the same design that's in the clear story windows up in the ceiling lights here. The kitchen, again, is 2 stories high. So you walk into it and it feels like a much larger kitchen than you typically expect in a Frank Lloyd Wright designed house or in a house of this era. Yet when you walk in here, you have natural light from the skylight up there. Let's go to the master bedroom. And then the primary bedroom is right down these 2 steps. Watch your step. And for a Frank Lloyd Wright house, this bedroom is quite large. Typically his bedrooms were much smaller. He considered, as when we go upstairs, you'll see, he said bedrooms are for sleeping. Put your construction money into the space you're living in. And we're going to go upstairs. One of the things I love is how these steps kind of begin to spill out as they reach the bottom, which is very typical in a lot of Frank Lloyd Wright, especially exterior spaces. This bedroom at the top of the stairs was designated the maid's room. Although these houses were designed for the middle class and the Schwartzes never had a maid. But one of the interesting things in this room is that the bed frame is an original bed frame, which has the same designs as the table that you see downstairs. And then the other thing, all 3 bedrooms have their own balconies. And then we'll head down this hall, which has theater lighting, which was unusual for that period of time. And then much like the entryway, you feel a little compression here in the hallway as then it begins to open up and spill out, just like those steps spill out at the bottom downstairs. And then you have this amazing view of the recreation room from up here. This bedroom we call the guest bedroom. And it has a whole wall of French doors that go out to a very large balcony here as well. Study space. This is not the Schwartz's typewriter. However, their son, who's still alive, said this looks like the typewriter that his mother used to type on up here. So right over here is the upstairs shared bath. I'll tell you about the door here that hits the toilet. You see this, the linen closet up here was not in the plans, but Mrs. Schwartz wanted a linen closet in the upstairs shared bath. So she sent a letter to Frank Lloyd Wright asking for one. He said there's a perfectly good linen closet right out here in the hallway. But she insisted in another letter to Wright that he put one in the upstairs shared bath. So they ended up putting a linen closet up here, and the door was moved over, and now the door hits the toilet. She was livid and thought that that was Frank Lloyd Wright getting back at her. It's more than likely during this period of time he was in New York for the entire summer when this correspondence was going on. He probably got a phone call from one of his assistants or his secretary, and he asked them to put a linen closet in here, and he never saw how the door was going to swing, and it was an oversight. But it's not as it's not as fun as the story of Mrs. Schwartz beginning to not have a great relationship with Frank Lloyd Wright. So let's come out this way and go into little Stevie's room. The Schwartz's young son Steve was 1 year old when they moved into the house, but he grew up in this bedroom. He lives in town, and sometimes when he is over here for an event or whatnot, he loves to come up and check out his old room. The thing about this bedroom, like the other two, is it has a balcony, and this one kind of wraps around a little bit, and then you get a great view down over the balcony into the sunken court area where you can see that other outdoor fireplace as well as large outdoor seating area. Well, that's the house. I just wanted to let you know that we do rent the house out to people like you who are interested in Frank Lloyd Wright or architecture. And we do tours all spring and summer and fall, 2 or 3 times a week. To find that tour schedule, you can go to stillbend.com, or if you want to learn about renting, you'll find that as well at stillbend.com.
Guys, you know what? I like that house. You know what I like about it? The downstairs, the living areas, the way the windows are. When I look at it, it reminds me of a library. Being in a brick, you know, when you go in libraries, how those windows are, when you're looking out, that's what it reminds me of. I like that. I like the downstairs. I really like those, the living areas. Now, the kitchen, I don't know, but I love the other portions of the house downstairs. I like that. It's different. It feels cozy. You know, if you're, just say if you're, let me see how to say, if you're, like it right now, is showing that it's snowing outside, right? So to me, because it's snowing outside, that house looks cozy. I would love to know what would you all think, because that's kind of different. When I say different, it is really different. I hope you love these 3 amazing houses. Okay, I'm going to show some more next time, but I hope you love these 3 amazing houses. They're totally different spectrums, totally different. Nothing, they're not even similar, not even close. Okay, so guys, thank you, and hope you enjoyed those. Make sure you leave a comment, and don't forget, you need to hit the like and subscribe button, but leave me a comment. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.